Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the beautiful Wednesday evening show. That's right, it's definitely Wednesday. I am here. I am under a lot of light. I may look really, really white, definitely very bright right now. I can tell you with this amount of light that's on me and no open window, I am actually pretty warm. Now, with that being said, I'm going to drop one light off me. That was just really, really bright there. Phil, how are you doing, buddy? Ghostly tonight. Yeah, that was a little bright. I definitely agree. That looked really, really bright. Now, you guys are probably seeing that there's a stack of stuff behind me. That's because we're going to be doing a bunch of shows the next couple weeks. First and foremost, we can pop around. We could. Oh no! Whoa! That's where we want to go. Right here. Check this out. You guys see the 5,000 down there? We're going to be talking about the 5,000 right there, which is actually kind of cool. We're also going to be talking about that big old solar panel tonight as well with this. So you guys are going to see that on here on top of that, which is kind of cool with that, which is actually kind of cool. Now, a bunch of other cool stuff. We're going to be talking and showcasing and just going through all of our normal products that we like to talk about and have fun with, right? So that's the cool part in it. But we do have this beautiful table set up with all of this product in different layers and places, of course, with that. Yeah, it is. So that panel's kind of cool, Phil, and you're going to want to stick around for the show for that because I'm going to tell you that panel's technically 6 panels. It's not just one, it's 6 85-watt panels that can be ran separately or together. It's that cool of a product. And they also make it so you can do like I did, accordion style, or you can run it like, disconnected from that as well. Yeah, it's really, really kind of cool. So really amazing little piece with that, of course, on hand. It's just a phenomenal product that we're going to be showing you guys. Now, we do have, of course, that banner down there telling you guys to get that 5% off of any purchase over $1,500. Or you guys, if you want, you'll see the 1000 V2 flash around there. You'll see the 2000 V2 as well with those beautiful little discounts and discounted prices. We'll be sharing those codes in chat for you as we go along with this show tonight. That's where it's kind of at. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you guys hear me yell and scream in pain, just ignore it. It's only a finger. I'm just messing around, guys. Just messing around. All right, we're going to start this off with the 100 plus power station. Their smallest but mighty power station. This is actually a really cool power station. Now, I like this power station. I did forget one thing, guys, so bear with me as I plug in the other camera. I forgot the power to charge the camera. So this is the 100 plus. Now, Lois is in chat, guys, as well. So if you guys have questions, make sure to ask. Lois will answer as she can, or I will answer. Also, with that being said, hopefully you guys see that best price guaranteed banner up there. That banner is actually going to tell you guys if you purchase stuff tonight and you see it at a lower price in the next week or so, reach out to customer service. You guys will get, of course, that actually recorrected and fixed with those prices. It's kind of cool. Now, 100 plus. Does have a $40 clippable coupon on the webpage for you guys on Amazon, so do check that out. You're not going to want to miss that. Second, 99 watt hours of power, 31,000 milliamps. This is a beautiful little piece. Does come with, of course, its own cabling. This is a 100 watt by 100 watt USB-C to USB-C cable. Also has, of course, the DC adapter for your solar panels if you guys want to use that as well. This is a nice little cable that they included with this power station. Now, this power station is going to take you under 2 hours to fully charge. Will allow you to, of course, charge your iPhone 14 6 times. It will also allow you to play a Nintendo Switch for over 4.5 hours. Or if you guys really wanted to, and I'm going to tell you guys, 3.5 hours Nintendo Switch, portable monitor, you're good to go, Bob's your uncle, and you have a screen and a Nintendo Switch playing. You can't beat that. Now, dual USB-C ports, 100 watt pass-through ports with that. I'd love to find one of them in my stocking. Yeah, I don't doubt it, buddy. This would definitely be a nice one. Now, there is a dune variation version out there. It is in dune sand color, which is kind of cool. I kind of like the look of that one as well. Now, USB-A 18 watt port means you guys can connect up pretty much any device with this. You guys can run Keystone lights off of this. You guys can charge your you can charge your Olight flashlights off of this if your Olights take a USB cord. You guys could run pretty much whatever you think of. DSLR batteries can be charged off of this. Now, your DSLR batteries probably ain't going to give you a bunch of charges, but it should be enough to get enough battery runnage with this. This is what's kind of cool about this is it's 2.25 pounds. So under 2.5 pounds of weight with this. Now, another really cool part with this is it's TSA approved. So TSA approved means it can go through TSA checkpoints, which means you guys can use it on a plane, a train, or an automobile. That's up to you, even boats if you really want to. Now, if you're on a boat, don't leave it out in the water, don't get it wet. It is a power station, it's got electronics. You don't want the electronics wet. Oh, Phil, the 5000 plus is a beast of a system. That thing can go all the way up to 30 kilowatts of hour power with batteries. You can actually double or run it in parallel with the second 5000 plus and have enough for 60 kilowatts of hour power. Has dual 240 volt plugs, NEMO plugs on it, and of course everything else with it. It's a beautiful one. Also works with their automatic transfer switch or their smart transfer switch. Also works with the manual one or the ALS or ATS. I can't remember what's called off the top of my head, but yeah, that one's really, really cool. It is definitely a beastly of a station. Now, with that, this 100 plus is an amazing little thing that will work out well for a lot of people. If you are looking for a station that's going to stand the test of time and do what you need, including running your child's tablets in the car, this is the one. This is mighty, very, very small and portable. I mean, look at the size of that. It's a nice little size piece. I mean, honestly, guys, up close it looks really big, but if you put it back towards the back, you guys are going to notice how small it is. And that's the cool part about this. So, really cool little option right here. So, 100 plus. Now, like we were showing you guys, there are discounts in chat for everybody watching on the other channels. Always make sure to come over and also follow on the Jackery channel. The Jackery channel, you're going to get the updates a lot quicker. You're going to get the codes a lot quicker over there. So, hey, no problem. Put the little ones to sleep and all of that other stuff. So 100 plus, guys. Now, we also have the 100 plus with mini 40 solar panel. So you're going to get that same station that I just showed you, but you're going to get it with a mini 40 solar panel. Now, there's a $60 clickable coupon that you'll need to apply on the Amazon webpage. So you'll have to click over on that piece to get that $60 off. This is the mini 40 solar panel. There's a nice little piece that's going to do 40 watts of charging capability. But it is, of course, a nice large panel. It's about 40 inches long, which is nice. This is going to do like a bunch of stuff. This is going to allow you to charge the system just by itself if you really wanted to. Now, it will actually charge that 100 plus in about 5.5 hours, which is actually kind of cool. Now, if you really wanted to, technically, guys, you could do like the 85 watt single panel off the big 500X. That'll do about 2.25 hours of charge on the 100 plus if you really wanted to. So that's kind of cool idea. This is a really cool piece. Waterproof, water resistant, harsh and wet weather, IP68 rating. You do not have to worry about this at all. Total package weight between the two is approximately 5 pounds or less. That's where it's going to be kind of cool. Now, you guys can see right there the surprise live package. Grab the Jackery V2 series at an unbeatable price. You guys can also do, of course, like the E1000 V2. You guys can get the E1000 V2 plus solar panels and the 2000 V2, which we'll be getting into those stations in a little bit. So with it, guys, we have the 100 plus or the 100 plus with mini 40 solar panel at a phenomenal price point. I really like that price point. Now, we're going to be moving on to a V2 version, which is version 2. We're going to be talking about the 240. So let's get into that. 240. Now, this is the 240, right? This is a beautiful little power station that's going to pack quite a wallop. 256 watt hours of power in this device. It does weigh under 8 pounds. It does have an AC outlet that's going to allow you to do, of course, electric style plugins, like, your 3-prong American style plugs. 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600. Now with this, you have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, one's a 15 watt port. The 100 watt port is an in and out port. You also have a USB-A port right there that's going to do, of course, 18 watts of power. Actually, 15 watts of power. The changes between certain ones and subtle changes catches me sometimes with streaming, guys. Now you do have a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. This is going to be like for your electric style devices, like your air mattresses that use these still, or maybe your air pumps or air compressors that use it, or even your handheld dust busters that still use this car style, or other devices. It's kind of cool. Or if you guys have a little plug, set a little cigarette lighter adapter plug in there and have a couple more USB-C ports if you want. Fixed handle on the 240V2, right? Now, this is about $179. It's a 28% savings. Charge rate's going to vary. First and foremost, if you use the standard wall plug, about 2 hours in AC fast charging. Or you can use what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Now, Charge Shield 2.0 is going to allow you to actually have this up and running in 1 hour fast charging mode. Now, if you're using the super emergency charging mode, don't use it all the time, guys, because you using it that way is going to degrade your battery a little bit quicker than the other way. So that's just one of those things. Now, on this, you got multiple forms of protection. LifePo 4 cells. It's going to give you about 3,000 full charge cycles for the next 10 years. Then after that, you're going to be about 80% battery capacity. So the first 3,000 charge cycles, 100% battery. After that, it drops to 80%, just the way it works. With this, though, you guys can run like a 10-watt Bluetooth speaker about 16 hours. Your drone batteries, about 4 to 5 drone batteries, 3 hours on your laptop, 12 cell phone charges, Class 9 drop protection, fire retardant shell, which is really, really amazingly well done. Now, of course, this is where it's going to come very, very handy with this. Now, I love this because you guys could run, let's say, an 80-watt laptop for about 3 hours. Your DSLR batteries for your cameras, about 11 charges. Your 45-watt house fan, about 4 hours of runtime if you need it. The light bulb that's actually on the front can be ran for about 20 hours as well. Flat screen TV, like the 60-watt flat screen TV back there, 4 hours of runtime. For the people that may need your internet to keep going, guys, let's be honest, 14 hours on that 15-watt piece. I do apologize. If you want to do like a heated blanket, 3.5 hours, or of course your pet heating pad, about 6 hours or so. Now with it, nice and portable and carryable with that. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick, so bear with me. I feel like I'm going to go through a lot of water tonight. It's as hot as it is. Portability, silicone pads, connectability, at a great price point at about $179 by itself is phenomenal. Or you can get the 240V2 with the Mini 40 solar panel. So the 240V2 and Mini 40 solar panels come in about $249. That's this package here. This is like literally under 11 pounds total package weight with this. That's phenomenal. It's going to take about 7.5 hours or so to charge this device off of this Mini 40, but it can actually do that and it can do it well. It's a great paired up piece. Great for hiking, camping, quick emergencies. It's actually phenomenal. I like the way they did this. So this would be a great package for you. It's just one of those products that will work out well and work out very, very well for a lot of people. Now, this Mini 40 is 12 inches long by 10 inches high, or of course you go the other way, 12 inches high by 10 inches wide. Is a half-inch thick. Is, of course, fully waterproof, water-resistant to be used in harsh and wet weather without an issue. That's where it's kind of beautifully well done. 300 watts of pure sine wave power through the AC outlet, 300 watts or 600 watts max. Now, let's talk about that a little bit. We talk about pure sine wave. Now, pure sine wave means there's no spikes, peaks, and high valleys of power going up and through this. When you go to the max power range, then you start having little spikes and stuff. At the pure wattage range, you're definitely clear for usage of like your laptops and stuff. That's actually kind of cool. All of these devices are individually switched, so if you hit it, it'll turn it on. This also works with the app, so you have app controlled. The app is going to allow you to turn it on or off, see the actual charge rate left of the battery, turn on all of these switches or even the flashlight from it. It'll also allow you to do run times or down times or whatever you really want with that. The app is completely free and accessible to anybody with Android or Apple phones. So if you guys got a Samsung or an Apple phone, you're good to go. The app will also work on most tablets if you guys want to use tablets. Another variant is if you guys do a side load on your PC, you guys can do the app on the PC as well to run these pieces. So it's a really cool piece. Definitely a couple options, guys. 240V2 by itself or 240V2 with mini solar panel. That's a great deal. Fundamentally, beautifully well done. Any questions about that, guys? Now that is actually a lightning deal with that, so guys, do check that out. You don't want to miss those lightning deals. I think it's like 21% claimed of that deal tonight. Now we have a couple variants of the 300. I'm just checking to make sure what we're showing you guys and how we're showing it to you. So we are going to talk about the 300. Now, the 300 is, of course, the original station. Now, this is original fixture. This is original size. If we actually move over here, you guys will see it on the table. We're going to actually come on down here to the 300, right? So that's the 300 right here. This is a cool one. So the 300 is a really, really amazing, nice piece. Still very small, very fixable. Also has a $60 clippable coupon on the Amazon webpage. So you guys activate that $60 clippable coupon, you get it in for about $199, I think. That's a great deal. Now, under 8 pounds of weight, it's like 7.1 pounds. Has that fixed handle, which you guys are seeing there, of course, on hand. So if I come back here, you guys will see that fixed handle. You'll also see that beautiful logo. You're also going to see, of course, a few other things. Now, yes, I'm going to grab this and we're going to show you guys the 300 in, of course, up close. Now, fixed handle means you guys can carry it around. You can carry it like a boom box. You can hand it to your kids. Because it is under 8 pounds, it should be light enough for most people to carry without an issue. Now, with it, it's about 9 inches long by about 5 inches wide by about 8 inches tall, which is decently well done. Now, 293 watt hours of power. That's going to take about 3.5 hours to fully charge. The 2000 plus expansion in batteries. So yes, we do have the 2000 plus in the actual carousel with the battery setup, and it's actually a good deal tonight. We will actually be talking about that probably a while down the road, but yes, there's definitely 2000 plus. We also have the 5000 plus system. So if you haven't seen the 5000 plus system, you might want to check that one. You know what? We can give you a quick look at it. Let's do this. Have you seen that one? That is the 5000 plus power station. That is their newest power station too. Of course, the block. That is their biggest power station. That it's going to actually do your whole house without a problem. By itself is over 5,000 watt hours of power. You guys can add batteries to go all the way up to 30 kilowatts of hour power with it. You can actually run it in parallel with the second one and do 60 kilowatts of hour power. It also has 240 volt plugs on it, so you guys can do the NEMA 240 plugs and all of that. It also works with the manual transfer switch or, of course, the new transfer switch. So we'll be getting to that one as well. We'll also be talking about the solar panels on this chair over here. That one's kind of hard for you guys to see, but we'll actually, you know what, let's see. You guys can see that we have a very large solar panel setup up there. It's almost like having your clothing accordion or whatever you want to call it, like blockage for you. It's kind of cool. So, yeah, we're going to be getting into those in a little bit, though. So, kind of cool. Now, with this, back to the 300. 293 watt hours of power, fully charged in about 3.5 hours by itself. Now, with it, you have, of course, a 300 watt AC outlet. You have 2 of those. It does and will peak at 500 if you need to max it out and go a little higher. You have the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug with the cork cover. You also have 2 USB-A ports, 5 volt 2.4 amps, and a 60 watt in and out USB-C port. If you want to charge this device with the wall plug and the USB-C port together, 2 hours fully charged, you're good to go. Now with it, you also have that DC 12 DC round plug. This is going to be your 7909 plug for like your solar adapter or your wall plugs. Now off a full charge of 293 watt hours of power, you should be able to run a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours or so. You guys can run about 15 to 16 DSLR batteries or 6 to 7 drone batteries, depending on the drone or devices that you're using. Welcome to the show. Thank you for the follow over there. We appreciate that. If you want to run a mini cooler, guys, about 4.5 hours of runtime on a mini cooler. I know Justin said he was actually doing about 5 to 6 hours on his CPAP machine with this. So close to a night's sleep, but not a full night's sleep with the CPAP machine. Now, 4.5 hours on your flat screen TV, 4 to 5 hours with your laptop on this. Very well done. Now, large silicone pads, lightweight and portable. This is a really, really cool one at a great price point. Like I said, guys, normally it's like $259. There is, of course, a $60 clippable coupon, which is actually going to do very well for you. Now, remember, guys, if you see something, make sure to put it in your carousel to get these deals. The cool part is you guys can see the banner over there that says best price guaranteed. If you buy this and see that the price drops by, I think it's like December 3rd to 4th, I think it is, or something like that, you guys can actually get your part of your money refunded if you find it cheaper during that time, which is kind of cool. So they are guaranteeing that. Now, if you spend over $1,500 tonight, there's also a 5% code to save an extra 5% off. This is a cool little piece by itself, of course. This is an amazing little product. Now, if you want it with the 100-watt solar panel, there's actually, it's like $500 normal price point, but there's a $150 clippable coupon. Now, that's going to be this little station and this panel. Now, this panel is still fully waterproof, water resistant, and is going to do 100 watts of charge at 18 volts. This is actually a really cool piece. It's a bi-fold style, 2 kickstands, has a 9.5-foot cable. It does come with the 8090 plug and the 7909 plug, so you can use it on this device, or if you have another one, you guys can switch that out as well. This is a great package deal right here. So this is going to be the 293 watt hours of power and the 100 watt Solar Saga solar panel. Normally $500 price tag. There's $150 off. That's a great, great deal. You cannot go wrong with the 300 or the 300 with solar panel. So that's that one right there. That's just spiel. Now we're going to move over to a larger station. We're going to actually pop over here onto the table. We're going to move, of course, the camera over. Wrong way, though. There it is. See it? See it? That's oh, look in the background. Look at that solar panel. Now, I'm going to kind of give a little tidbit of information about that solar panel, if I can actually move it right here. You guys see that panel? That is actually what's the newest one. It's called the 500X. Now, that panel has got 6 separate panels that connect together. They can be used separately. They are 85 watt panels by themselves. Together, it is, of course, over 500 watts of power. That's an amazing little piece that we're going to be getting to in a while. We're talking about that beautiful little station down here, the 500. Now, this is a 13.25 pound package piece. Now, the 500 is actually going to do 518 watt hours of power. Does have a single AC outlet, guys. So that's that piece right there. Does have a flashlight on the side for you guys, so you do have a flashlight. It does have one AC outlet that does 500 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 1,000. You also have 3 USB-A ports. Now, those are going to be 5 volt, 2.4 amp plugs. You also have 3 DC plugs, that first original 12 volt, 10 amp plug, and then you have 2 round adapter plugs on the side as well. Now, above that, you also have the DC input port. That's going to be the way of charging it from the wall, your car, or, of course, solar panel. If you're wanting to charge the 500 by itself on a wall plug, 5.5 hours. That's not a bad deal. If you want to use the cigarette car lighter that actually, I believe they include in this kit, 5.5 hours as well. So that's a great time. Now, with it, on a full charge, you should be able to run the flat screen TV for about 7 hours. Your mini cooler about 9 hours or so. Your laptop up to about 30 hours depending on the laptop you're using, and I use that with a grain of salt, all right? Now, for you blender users that want to do a backyard barbecue and you want to make sure you have the frozen drinks up and ready, maybe it's a pina colada, maybe it's a strawberry daiquiri, maybe it's a mockery for you don't want to talk about the fake drinks. 50 minutes of runtime on a blender with this, which is kind of cool. If you go camping or you guys like to go rafting, you guys can run the inflatable raft pumps or the air mattress pumps up to about 8 hours on this on a full charge. 7 hours, like I said, with the flat screen, like the one that's behind us, or 3.5 to 4 hours with an electric blanket. That's a good runtime. Now, the 500 is still considered a lithium ion battery. It's just not a LiFePO4 cell. Now, with it, 12 inches long by about 7 inches wide. Of course, height is a little bit different, but not a big deal, right? This is a cool one. I love it by itself. Like I said, a great price point of $4.90. Yeah, it's like actually it's $2.99. So the 500 is $299 tonight. It's a 40% savings. That's a crazy, crazy savings. If you want it with that 100-watt solar panel that we just showed you guys, $479. That's still a 40% savings. Now, if you have the 100-watt solar panel connected up to that 500 power station, 7.5 hours is all it's going to take to fully charge it. You're good to go. That's a cool little piece. An amazing little piece that's going to do well. Now, just like most of their stations, they do have a drop protection to a certain height. All of these stations do come with a warranty, guys. So there is an optional warranty. I think it's like 3 years on most of them. And then there's an optional like 2-year backup on a few of the others, which is kind of cool. Now, great little piece, of course, has all of the adapter cables, the car charging cable. All of them come with the user manual, of course, if you need the user manual. Fire retardant shell, just in case it gets a little warm, right? Somebody might set it next to, of course, the camping fire. You want to make sure it's protected. So, with that, $479 is an amazing, amazing price point and a deal for both of those. Now, we're going to be moving into, of course, the newer stations. We actually have one right in the middle right there. If we can actually get the camera to go over there. The camera's just wee. So right there, that is, of course, a new product. This is the 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 on the Amazon page alone has a 50% clippable coupon. You heard me correctly. There's a 50% clippable coupon on the actual Amazon. Now, with that being said, we have it with our code to get it 56% off. Did you hear me? If you guys use the code we have for you tonight in our chat, instead of 50% off, you're going to get it for 56% off. That is actually going to give it to you for about $349 for an $800 product. Now, the 1000 V2 is 1,070 watt hours of power. This is a beautiful power station. Now, with it, you have 3 AC outlets that are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 3,000. So if you guys need that little extra boost to it, you can do it up to 3,000. On the opposite side, of course, that piece, let's try to bring it in a little more. You have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt port, one's a 30-watt port. You also have the USB-A port at 18 watts at the bottom. Above that, you'll have a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug, and on the side, you're going to have a flashlight. Now, with this device, it is actually really cool, and it is only about 23.5 pounds. It's still very lightweight and durable. To charge this device, first and foremost, you guys can do it in super emergency charge mode in Charge Shield 2.0 in a 1-hour charge time. That's all it's going to take for that. If you don't want to do that super emergency charge mode, guys, standard charging is where it's going to be at, and you guys can actually have it done in about under 2 hours, right? So that's kind of cool with this. Now, with the 1000 V2, you guys can run multiple devices from space heaters, 20-watt speakers, 800-watt movie projectors, drones. Your computers can be run off of this, or Christmas decorations. Now, you heard me right, Christmas decorations. So let's pop over here now. I believe, if I can find this correctly, let me grab this. Let's do this and let's play this. This is the 1000 V2 power station, guys. Now you're going to see me turn it on right here and you're going to watch this power start spiking on the output at about 105 to 106 watts. Now it's going to run for about 2 hours at 22% battery. Now you guys are going to start noticing what's plugged into it. All of these lights, all of these inflatable Christmas decorations are connected to this device through one of course, extension cable jump box. Now, with what you're seeing is there's 5 inflatables on the front. There's also 5 more on the outside. On there, we have icicle lighting, and of course, you have the house wrapped in leather lighting as well. Like I said, there was a 22% charge on this device. With that being said, it said 2.5 hours of runtime. On a full charge, you're going to get most of a night run with this as well. Connect up the solar panels and you're going to get a very, very quick and beautiful, beautiful runtime if you want to. So that 1000 V2 is going to do well for even the Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, or whatever you really want to. Now, like I said, by itself, it is actually $349 if you use the 56% off code for you guys tonight. Now, if you want the 1000 V2 and the 200 watt solar panel, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about. The 1000 V2 can use a 200 watt solar panel. If you use that solar panel, you can actually charge this at about 2.25 hours. Now, the cool part is you can actually, I believe, use 2 of these on this. So you can run 2 of them 200 watt panels on this to get a quicker charge as well. Now, if you want it with, of course, that single 200 watt solar panel, you're going to get it with, of course, a beautiful, that's right, $649. That is a 50% savings for you tonight. Hey, thank you, Lois. I was lucky enough that my wife's friends actually put up their Christmas decorations. I did have to call them and talk them into it. So once they got it up, I was able to record it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to record that before this week's show. I was lucky enough. And Christmas is coming. All of these would make great gifts, guys. All of them would make great gifts. By itself, with solar panels, they would make phenomenal, phenomenal gifts. I know Phil would really want one. I'm lucky enough that, and gracious enough that Jackery sent me these to play with. I'll tell you guys, before I ever had one of these, I never really thought I needed one. You heard me right. Before I started doing the Jackery stations, I didn't get a lot of power stations to mess with. I just never thought I needed one. Now that I have them, I use them all the time for all the random stuff. Like right now, if I pop down here, let's change camera views real quick. Let's do this. Let's pop over here. If I pop down here, you guys are going to notice the 5000 actually has cables plugged into it. That's actually running my my OBSBot Tail Air camera. It's also running the Keystone lights tonight. I've been running these off, of course, the last few shows. We're only down to about 89% battery. It says I still have 99 hours at 26 watts. So that's what's kind of cool. They have a lot of great options, a lot of good stuff with that. Now, we also have those codes, guys. If you buy over $1,500 in Jackery products tonight, use that 5% code. Get another 5% off $1,500 purchases. All right? Now, what's even better is we have multiple products with, of course, up to like 50 or so percent off. There's a bunch of great deals, so you can't sleep on these. Now, with that being said, we're going to move over to the big brother of the 1000 V2 because the 1000 V2 is an amazing product, but the 2000 V2 has a little bit more. It's got 2,042 watt hours of power. It, of course, is in a beautiful little package, but does weigh about 40 plus pounds. And when squished between the 1000 V2 can and will hurt your finger. Right? Just saying. Just saying. Let's pop back over here. Let's move to the camera view. We're going to move over to the table, and we're actually going to move over to right there. Now, this is the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is an amazing product. Now, I believe it's about $14.99 tonight, but there is, of course, a code that we have for you guys. So, yes, there's a $600 clippable coupon on Amazon if you guys want to. Or you guys can use, of course, that code that we have and get it for 46% off, which is actually kind of cool. Now, I don't know if you guys can actually, that's a good question, Lois. Can they actually apply the coupon and use the discount code together? I don't know if you can. I know there are some terms and conditions, so I'm not really sure what that is. So, may qualify. I'm trying to check to see if it actually works for you guys. I'm not sure. So with this, guys, 2000 V2, again, a beautiful little piece, 2042 watt hours of power in a 39-pound package. Now, with it, of course, does work with the Jackery Explorer app. Now, you guys can see back there, it's actually powered up for you. If I pop on the app, I can come over here and we can actually load it up, log it. We can actually hit on the flashlight, turn the flashlight on from the app. I can even go brighter if I want, or I can hit SOS patterns to tell Phil to buy me stuff, if that's what I really want to. Now, we can also hit the DC plug and turn the DC plug on, or if I want to, we can actually turn the flashlights off, or we can turn the AC plugs on. App works amazingly well. If I want to, I can even turn that screen off from the app, so I don't have to look at the screen. With the screen, though, you can actually see the battery percentage that's there. You guys can see the temperature that it's running at, and all of the other cool stuff with the 2000 V2. Now, great deal on the 2000 V2 by itself. Now, with the 2000 V2, you have 3 AC outlets. That's going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4400. Now, because it is over 2042 watt hours of power, that means you guys can run 1150 watt window AC for about 2 hours of runtime here. If you want to, you guys can run the 200 watt desktop PC for about 12 hours. Your coffee makers or other pieces. What it's going to take is about 1.25 hours on AC emergency charge mode. That's going to charge it up for you guys with that. If you want to, though, you guys can use the AC plus solar charging and have it charged in about 50 minutes. You heard me right. You heard me right. You can actually use the AC toilet. Okay, yeah, so that's what I thought. So, guys, if you want the better deal, use, of course, that 46% off discount code for that instead of that clippable coupon. There are terms that apply, so do read the terms. Lois was checking for us. So, like I said, I didn't know if you guys could use both or not, but just remember, use the bigger one always for that. So, kind of cool. Now, of course, with this, guys, we're going to talk about a little bit more with this power station because it is a beautiful power station. It is actually 40% smaller than the original and some of the others on the market. It's got what's called cell to body or CTB. Cell to body technology means that they actually have the lithium LiFePO4 cells in a honeycomb design cell in the body of the actual device. What that means is it makes it less work to put it together. That means it's like the 3-step battery stage is no longer a 3-step making process. It actually makes it easier for them to do, which means they can actually offer it at a better price and make the package lighter and smaller. Love that. Can be used as a UPS for a 20 millisecond switchover. Has, of course, Charge Shield 2.0, just like some of the others. If you're using standard charging mode, guys, right? 2 hours is what it's going to take to charge it. Not a big deal. You will be able to run a microwave for a little over an hour and a half if you want to. You're 8 hours on your electric drill, 20 hours on a water pump, or if you really want to, 20 hours on an air pump. For those of you that work in, let's say, you build houses or work in a wood shop, and you want to run the larger vacuum cleaners, like of course your shop vacs, 2.5 to 3 hours ish runtime, depending on the power of those devices. Your electric tree trimmer is about 2.5 hours for you. For those of you that want to go on the road trip, guys, your portable mini fridge is about 72 hours, depending on that mini fridge and the power that you're running off of that mini fridge. which is kind of cool. That's a great runtime for you. Now, 2000 V2 by itself, like I said, use that code tonight and get it for about $809. That isn't a great, great deal for you on that product. You cannot go wrong with this station. Now, just like the other one, if we pop over here, let me grab this, we can actually show you guys it in action just like the other one. I did the exact same thing. Here's the 2000 V2. 87% battery still right there. When I hit that switch on, the power is going to start coming up and it's going to start dropping. We're using about 111 watts of power right there. Now, it does drop down a little more, so the actual runtime actually climbs a little. You're going to get about 13 hours of runtime off of all of these decorations and all of those lights. So if you guys want to do like the Christmas decor outside, you can do that. Now, you guys are going to notice that the dog didn't pop back up, and that's because I unplugged it, plugged it back in, unplugged it. It got caught in the tie that held it, but that's just not a big deal. Now, with this, of course, we're going to pop back over here and show you this. And, of course, my little puppo, the friend that just popped in there. That little puppo is the star of the video, right? So you guys can, again, run your decor and have fun with it. It's really a great idea that allows you guys to have the usability of this. They're going to do well for a lot of stuff, from, taking it out on the road, taking it camping, hiking, your RVs, your toy haulers, or vice versa. By itself, great price point, but if you want to, they actually offer the device and 2 of the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panels. Now, this is like a $2,500 price tag, but there is a $900 clippable coupon. Now, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to pop over here and I want to show you guys something. Because I didn't show you guys it on the 1000 V2, but I'm going to show it to you on this. Now, I do have to be careful looking at this and turning this. So right there on the side is actually where you'll connect up those 2 solar panels. That is your 80, 90, or 80... I can't even speak tonight. That is, of course, your solar panel adapter, right? So that's the cool part about the solar panel adapter with this. So you have the solar panel adapter that's going to allow you to do what you need and connect it up with this. I love that they added that, of course, with it on hand. Now, you have the 7909 plug, the 80 I'm going to speak today properly at some point, and we will get these words out. I promise. Do you guys believe me? Because I don't. I'm actually trying to find where I put the actual thing for this. Why do I not have it? I know I had it. Yeah, hydrate. No, I'm actually pretty good. I actually lost. I lost the list of the plugs, so that's all it was. I had them. I tell you, I had them. It's all good. It's all good. So kind of cool. I like it. It's a really, really beautiful little piece. I will actually pull the cabling and the videos and pictures up. I do have them. So it's all good with that, though. Just one of them things. Now remember, guys, if you need to find out the formula to calculate your device, you can actually calculate it out and get this just like this. So if you need to find out what your actual running is or what it's going to calculate at, there is the math with that. So it's kind of cool. So any questions about the 2000 V2 or the 2000 V2 and the 200-watt solar panels, please ask. We are always here to help you answer those questions. I'm definitely here to answer them, though. I promise. Oh. Any questions, anybody? Oh, no. Phil's just telling me to hydrate. All right. I'll take a sip of water. Are the DC charging ports bidirectional? What do you mean by that? Bidirectional. Do you mean can we use the DC ports to charge another station off of this power station? Then I don't think so, no. I do not. That one would be out of my range, buddy. No, I would say probably not. That's funny. Yeah, I would say no. That's going to be my wording to this. It would be no, dude. Not going to happen. Actually, I was trying to find the plugs in all the plug papers. I can't find it. So no, yeah, it's definitely no. Not like a USB-C port. You're not going to happen that way. No. Good try, my friend. Good try though. Is the 1000 able to run a small heater? Yes, the 1000 should be able to run a small heater. Depending on the size of the heater, it's going to determine how long it runs, though. You may not get the world's longest runtime with that, though. But yes, it should run a small heater. The 2000 V2 would definitely probably run it a lot more than that. So if that's what you're looking, then you're probably going to get a longer runtime with that one. So I'm still looking for this and I can't find it. Oh, I can too. I got them. So you have the 8020 plug and the 7909 plug. The 8020 plug is going to be on like the 100 panel and the 200 panel. The 7909 plug is going to be on like the 40 or smaller. Depending on the power station with those plugs, though, like let's say the 8020 plug is going to be on the 1500, the 2000, the 1000 V2. It's going to be on the 1000 plus series and up with that. The 7909 plug is going to be on, like, let's say the original E1000, the E700, the E500, the E400, the 240s. I think there was a 290 at one point. The 300 plus, 240 V2, and the 100 plus. So, yeah. I knew I had the plug somewhere. That was a trick question. I had it memorized and totally forgot what it was. Now, if you're asking about the 1000 V2 and what technically and how long it can run, there is a math which I just shared, James. That if you take this math, it will actually tell you the actual range of running it. It really just depends on what type of heater you're running. Now, yes, technically you guys could run a 1200 watt space heater for about an hour off of this, if most space heaters are going to be around that range. But if you need to run it longer, then I would definitely go with a bigger station. So, all right, we're going to go into an actual bigger station now. We're going to talk about the 3000 Pro. The 3000 Pro is a really, really amazing little power station that does phenomenally well. Now, that is actually on the table down there, if you guys can see it. It's also got a light plugged into it. This is a kit. So you're going to get the 3000 Pro and two of the 200 watt solar panels for $2,199. Now, that is not your final price, though, because you guys can use that 5% discount code tonight to get an extra 5% off of anything over $1,500. Now, with this, 2.5 hour charge time for 3,024 watt hours of power on the 3000 Pro. On a wall plug, if you have 6 of the solar panels, 3.5 hours. You have 2 of them, you're almost there to have, of course, 6. Now, with this, though, 3,024 watt hours of power means you guys can run a bunch of stuff. But here's where it's really cool, and we're going to zoom on in there. You're going to see it has 4 standard 3-prong American plugs that will do, of course, 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000. Above that, what about a CPAP machine? CPAP machine, you should be able to run that all night without a problem. CPAP machine should run off the 1000 V2 all night without a problem. It can run approximately on a 2000 over 150 hours. So on the 2000, you're going to get about 150 hours of runtime on a CPAP machine. So yeah, you should run a CPAP machine no problem on the 1000 V2. Now, if you want, though, like I said, you have that Nemo plug up there. You guys can plug in like your TIG or MIG welders into that. Now, you can run up to 5800 watt style device off that plug. It's kind of cool. You have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports. The USB-C ports on the 3000 Pro are 100 watt plugs. The USB-A ports are 18 watts of capability. You also have a 12 volt 10 amp plug above that. How did you say Tiger again? Tigers. What did I say, Tiger? You play that back. I said Tiger. I think you're hearing things, buddy. You're hearing things. Now, like most of these stations, they can be ran into about -4 degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually kind of cool with this. You can run a 520 watt refrigerator. One last question. What is the return policy? The return policy, that is out of my range of knowledge. So if you're purchasing on Amazon, you go through the Amazon return policy. That one's out of my knowledge. If you have issues, they do have a 3-year to 5-year warranty on some of these. So you have a return policy there. But if you are buying this from Amazon, you'd have to use the Amazon return policy, which I don't know what that is. That's a good question, Tigger. Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, that's a good one. Lois, can you chime in for James down there? I do have a team member from Jackery in chat, so they can definitely answer that one a little bit better than I could. Now, we're going to go back into this because 3,024 watt hours of power means you guys can run an 1,150 watt, 10,000 BTU AC for about 3 hours of runtime. Your 60 watt flat screen TV for about 35 hours. Your 520 watt double door refrigerator, about 5 hours of runtime. Now, just like that question, the CPAP machine, guys, because it is over 3,000 watts of power, I'm going to say about 300 hours of runtime. Guys, 300 watt blender, 8 hours. Your toaster oven, 4 hours. Your microwave, 2.25 hours. Your 800 watt oven, 8 hours, of course, with that on hand. 100 watt movie projector, 21 hours. Your car refrigerator, 43 hours. Your 3 watt light bulb, 220 hours. Mini fridge, over 15 hours of runtime on a mini fridge for you. For those of you that want to do like the space heaters, you're going to get about 6 hours on a 350 watt space heater, depending on the ceramic heater you're using. Thank you, Lois. There's a 30-day return policy. Yeah. I wasn't sure what it was, Lois. I've never had that question asked, so that was out of my range. Now, if you want to charge your iPhone 14 off of this about 101 times, go ahead, be my guest. You guys can do it. Don't have a problem with it. Now, you probably have seen that I've been running that LED light off of this station for pretty much most of these shows that I've been doing throughout the last 2 months. I've yet to charge this station. Now, this is the cool part. There's still 45% charged left in this. It says I still have 45 hours of runtime with this light that I'm running. That is an amazing little piece right there to be able to do. Now, for the people that want to run a wood shop or metal shop, your Tigger MIG welder can run over an hour on this. Your chainsaw, about 2 hours if it's an electric one. Your electric hand drills, about 6 hours of runtime. Angle grinders, 6 hours. Your electric water pump. Now, the electric water pump, I'm going to go here. That is not going to be like your well pump, all right? It's going to be like your sump pumps for cleaning or pumping out the water out of your basements and stuff, or smaller things. 32 hours of runtime or vice versa. Now, the one thing I haven't talked about is how versatile these systems are and how they can actually be used inside a household, unlike gas generators, because they do not produce an actual odor or carbon monoxide, which is amazing. Now, they're also very, very silent. They're about 30 decibels of noise. Most of that noise is going to be like a fan clicking on or the switch clicking over. Now, it does work with, of course, an app. The smart app is actually beautifully well done. Now, you can actually, with the 3000 Pro, unlock a 30% tax credit. Now, to do that tax credit, though, you'll have to reach out to your utility company. You'll have to actually ask them about the Residential Clean Energy Credit Program, and then you'll have to fill out for that, and then they help you walk through that, which is kind of cool. Now, power on the go where you need it. Now, one thing I haven't talked about, though, is the weight of this device. It is 64 pounds. Now, with the 64 pounds, they actually did a very cool little thing. They made it like a suitcase. Now, that's because they want you to be able to move it around with the wheels and, of course, go across grass, concrete, pavement, of course, your carpet, or, just dirt. The one thing I'm going to tell you guys is sand, it will sink. It's heavy. It sinks. It's just one of them things. Really cool little option right there. 3000 Pro, great price point for you guys. It is 8% off. It's like $3,699 for the standard people. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you're going to get it for 45% off. So that's going to be like $2,199. That's a great deal. Very, very amazing deal. All right, we also have the 300 plus today. We can go back to, of course, the table. Don't really need to grab it. We can pop down here. Let's say this right here. You guys see the 300 plus in the middle, right? This is an 8-pound package that can be fully charged in under an hour and a half of time. Now, the cool part is it, of course, is very light. Uses a LiFePO4 cell. 288 watt hours of power in this device. So if we move down and bring you guys in a little closer, you guys are going to notice that it has a flashlight. It has a handle. It has a 300 watt AC outlet on the front that can actually do up to 600 if you need to. It has one USB-C port that's a 100 watt in and out port. It has one USB-A port at 15 watts output only. Now the USB-A 15 watt also above that, and of course the 12 volt 10 amp DC plug on top. Now, works with, of course, the app. Has a 1.5 hour charge rate on a wall plug, about 3 hours on the USB-C port, or 4.25 hours on your car charger. Now, if you want to, though, you guys can run a 45 watt house fan for about 4.5 hours. 5 drone batteries, laptop about 3 hours, 13 to 14 phone charges. This is an amazing little piece at 21% off. It is about $236 today. That is a great price point. Now, different running variations you guys could do. Let's say mini fridge, 2.5 hours. All right. You guys could do 5 watt light bulb, about 22 hours. Your 15 watt Wi-Fi router for about 15 hours, 15.5 hours. Your 10 watt Bluetooth speaker, about 18 hours. Or for those of you that want to run your pet heating pad, about 30 hours of runtime. It is an amazing little piece by itself at a great price point. You can't go wrong with that. Now, we also have it with that mini 40 solar panel that we showed you guys a little bit ago for about $279, which is a great, great deal. Now, a product that we weren't able to show you guys the last few shows is now back in stock. We're going to get into this. We're going to talk about it. We're going to move all the way up to the top of the Christmas tree. That's right. We're going up there. This is the 600 Plus. Now, the 600 Plus power station is a phenomenal, phenomenal power station. This is what's going to take over the 500, right? So this is going to be the next step up from the 500. 632 watt hours of power in a 16-pound package. You heard me correctly. 16 pounds is all this weighs. Now you have 2 AC outlets that do 800 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 1600 if need be. You also have 2 USB-C port. One is a 100 watt port, the other is a 30 watt port. You also have a 15 watt USB-A port and a 12 volt 10 amp DC plug above it. Now with it, of course, it does work with the app. Now, it has Charge Shield, of course, 2.0 that's going to allow you to charge this in a 1 hour time on super emergency charge mode. If you don't need that, it's going to be under 2 hours on a wall plug. You're charged, you're up and running. It's about 12 inches long by 8 inches deep by about 7.5 inches tall. It should and will allow you to run a car refrigerator for about 6 hours, your laptop about 7 hours. Charge your phone about 27 times if you really want to. Now, it is a phenomenal product with a lot of points of connectability and, of course, very lightweight connection as well. Very reliable. 36 hours with the 10 watt Bluetooth speaker is a great time. 8.5 watt camera battery, 27 charges. For those of you that want to do, let's say, your 520 watt refrigerator, a little over an hour on this. Flat screen 60 watt TV, of course, 8 hours of runtime, 10 hours on your house fan. That keeps you nice and cool, which I wished I was right now. 600 Plus by itself is about 20% off. It's $398. That is a great, great price point. But if you really want to, you guys can get it with, and I'm going to repeat, with their new 100-watt solar panel. So you're going to get that station and, of course, this new solar panel that they have for it. This is a trifold design. It is a bifacial solar panel. This actually have these little clasps that'll pop open. Has this nice little handle and, of course, kickstands, so you guys can stand it up. You guys will unfold it. It is a trifold design with, of course, quad panels. It is a long, long panel, right? So you have this beautiful panel, bifacial side. So it is a monocrystalline solar cell solar panel. This, of course, is the front side. Then you have the blue side, the back side. It is fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather. Can be left out in the rain without a problem. Now, with that, you guys have 100 watts of charge rate at 18 volts in this new panel. This panel is a phenomenal panel for that 600 plus. I love this panel. Very lightweight, very carryable. Now, it is, of course, at 25% off tonight. You're going to get it for $598, the station and the solar panel. Normally $800 price tag. That's a good deal. That's a phenomenal deal that's going to allow you to do whatever you need in those times you need to do it in, right? So if you guys need 600 plus 100 watt solar panel, any questions about the 600 plus? Please ask. Now we're going to move into some modular stations. We do have a lot of product left to get through. Now, you have the 100 plus in the carousel. I believe, I'm going to check right now. So the 100 plus technically doesn't have a price tonight. So you can't get it by itself, but you can get it with, of course, 2 solar panels. So the 1000 plus with 2 solar panels is going to be about $14.99 tonight. Now, this is actually a really cool station that's on the opposite side of the stand. So that's the 1000 plus station with the battery sitting above it. Now, $1,500 price tag gives you 1,264 watt hours of power, 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets are going to do 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4,000. Now, you have 2 USB-C ports down there, of course, 2 USB-A ports, a flashlight, and a 12-volt 10-amp plug. Now with this, under 2 hours is what it's going to take to fully charge it on a wall plug. If you had 4 of these 100-watt solar panels, 4.5 hours is all it's going to take. With it though, you guys should be able to run your 1150-watt window AC for about an hour, your 520-watt double-door refrigerator about 2 hours. You guys can run a lot of different stuff with this by itself. $1,500 is the price point for it and solar panels. If you want to get it and a battery, that's right, the full 1000 kit. You're going to get it, the battery above it, and 2 solar panels for $2,099. That's a phenomenal price point. That you just doubled your runtime. So you went from the 1200 watts to 2,528 watt hours of power. Cool part about the 1000 plus is you can actually add 3 batteries total to go up to 5 kilowatts of hour power. That's a good amount of power at a great price point to allow you to run a lot of different stuff. It is a really amazing little product that will do very, very well for you. Now, with that being said, we're going to show you guys that 2000 plus kit. Now, if I remember correctly, yes, I'm correct. So we're not going to show you that. Hold on one second. We're going to jump past that. So we're going to show you guys what's called the 4000 kit. Now, the 4000 kit is actually the 2000 plus power station that we were just getting asked about. Now, this kit is actually 18% off tonight, which is a great deal. It's going to be, of course, that big station down below, the battery, and 2 of the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panels. Now, you're already getting an 18% off already, but use another 5% off discount code with this. You're going to get, of course, a beautiful 4,085 watt hours of power. Now, they are 2,042 watt hours of power by itself. And then, of course, you add that battery on top and you doubled your battery time. Now with this, you have 5 AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000. Now with that, you have 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts of charging, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts of charging, and of course, the beautiful 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Now, just like the 3000 Pro, it's got 2 large 3-inch wheels. It's also got an aluminum telescopic handle that folds up in the back of the housing to allow you to tip it over and roll it around, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, with it though, it's going to take you 2 hours to fully charge the device by itself if you want. Add the extra battery, it's going to take a little bit longer. Now, with the 4,085 watt hours of power, that means you guys can run your 500 watt refrigerator for about 7 hours of runtime. Same with your 1100 watt microwaves, of course, right? You're going to get about a certain different runtime. Your 1150 watt window AC should get about 4 hours of runtime with the battery. Now, you guys can run other stuff like your space heaters. You guys can run, of course, movie projectors. You could also run, let's say, your CPAP machine for 300 hours, right? So a CPAP machine can run 300 hours off of the station with, of course, the battery. It's a nice long runtime. For the professional people, your TIG or MIG, well, they're about a little 1 hour, 1.25 hours with the battery. Without the battery, it's about a half-hour runtime. Your angle grinders, water pumps, electric weed eaters, drone batteries, 120 phone charges, 3 hours on the grill, 38 hours with the inverter heater, 40 hours with your air pump, 9.5 hours with the blender. Guys, if you need to make a lot of mixes and daiquiris, this will allow for that. So that is, of course, the 4000 kit at a phenomenal, phenomenal price point. Now, with that being said, we're going to start talking about a different type of system and station. We're going into the 5000. Now, the 5000 is right here, and we have it plugged in, and we're going to start talking about this because I really want to show you guys this and start doing this. This is $3,499. There's actually a $500 clippable coupon on Amazon to take another $500 off. On top of that, guys, you can also use that 5% discount code on anything over $1,500. Now, with this, it is 5,040 watt hours of power in a package of 132 pounds. This device weighs 132 pounds. Now, on the front, you have 4 AC outlets. Those AC outlets on the 5000 are going to do 7,200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 14,400 watts. You heard me right. 14,400 watts of peak power. Now with it, you have 2 USB-C ports, which I'm using right now, 100 watts capable. 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts capable. And of course, a DC 12-volt 10-amp plug on the side. Now with this though, you actually have 4 wheels. Now you have 2 casters on the front that actually lock up. You also have 2 large wheels on the side, which I can kind of try and roll. So you guys can see those large wheels right there. So that is the large wheels. Now, above this, if I zoom out a little, you guys can actually, let's bring this up a little more. Let's start showing you guys this. So on the side, you also have these nice large orange handles. You also have 2 240 volt plugs. Now those 240 volt plugs can do, of course, 140 volt as well. Now those are NEMA plugs. So you have a NEMA L14-30 and a NEMA 14-50 plug. Now with the 5000 plus system, you can actually use an ATS accessory, or you guys can do the inlet box, which is actually kind of cool, or the manual transfer switch. Now they offer, of course, a smart transfer switch in a package deal as well. Now with it, you're getting, of course, about 1 day of whole house backup at 5,000 watt hours of power, right? If you add, of course, multiple batteries, 30 kilowatts of hour power. Now the cool part is up above it, if you guys can see right here, there is a handle. This handle folds up, pulls out for you guys with this. On the opposite side of the housing of the 5000. So the opposite side of the housing of the 5000, that's actually down here. We can actually, let's zoom back in. The opposite side is going to have your AC expansion slot for the batteries. It's also going to have your solar panel plugs. It's got low power voltage style and high power as well. So your low power is going to be like your 500 watt solar panel. It's going to be like your 240 or your 200 watts or your 100-watt panels. That's going to be your 80/20 plugs. If you want to go into high power plugs, that's a whole nother situation and all the other pieces. Now, if you want to use the transfer switch, guys, remember, have an actual electrician install it for you. Now, with this though, you can actually have this charged in a good amount of time without a problem, which is actually kind of cool. So you have a decent charge rate with this. Now, since it's over that 3,000 kilowatts of hour power, guys, you can reach out to your utility company and you can ask about the clean energy program or the green credit system. To charge this in fast charging, under 2 hours, you're good to go. Now, multiple inputs, like I said, smart transfer switch, AC outlet, solar. You guys have the high PV solar, low PV solar connectability with this. Now, using dual voltage output, the 120 volt and 240 volt. That means you guys can run your washers and dryers like you have never done before with this, which is cool. Your 1150 watt window AC should be able to run about 4.5 hours on the device by itself. If you want to run a heater, about 10 hours. If you guys want to run a refrigerator, about 4 days with the refrigerator. Now, what that means is you're not opening and closing your refrigerator all the time. Your central AC about 2 hours. Your dryer 3 hours. Your TV 2 days. You have all of that usage and reliability with this. Again, the smart app control will allow you to monitor real-time generator performance. It'll allow you to optimize the scheduled energy savings. It will also allow you to see what the solar is actually charging and track the solar input speeds. Kind of cool that it can do that. Now, with it by itself, like I said, $34.99, but you guys, there's that clippable coupon to take $500 off. Now, where it's really at is the actual package deal, because they have the 500 plus or 5,000 plus system down here, right? But they also offer it with the solar panel. Now, this package is $4,299. That solar panel, if I can pop up here and kind of show it to you, that is that large panel. That panel is actually 6 separate panels connected together. You guys can actually link them up together with the hinges that comes with it, or you can run them separately. It is 6 85-watt panels. Each panel can be run separately. They can be mounted separately, or they can be used like they are in an accordion style of mountable positioning. Now, if I move over, let's try to move this camera, of course. Let's pop over here. Now, let's see if I can move over a little more. So this, of course, is going to be that large. Of course, I'm in the way, blocking you guys. But that large solar panel, that panel is a really, really phenomenal panel. I'm still trying to move out of the way. So that's a really cool little piece right there. So it does very, very well for you. Also has yard spikes. Now, that's kind of cool. It's got like 10 spikes to actually clamp them down so they don't fly off. And they give you a good amount. They also give you a nice long cabling. They also give you the adapters if you need the adapters. The kit, like I said, $4,299. Great price point for it. And, of course, the 500X solar panel. Very, very phenomenal piece. Now, they also have the full-on kit where you're going to get the solar panel. You're actually going to get 2 of the 500X solar panels. So you're going to get 2 of those nice large solar panels. Now, that is going to come with a $1,000 clippable coupon. It's going to come with the power station and the manual transfer switch. Now, what I'm going to attempt to do, I'm going to get up and I'm going to kind of show you guys this if I can without the, let's see if I can move the chair out of the way for you guys. So I'm going to walk over here, guys. I'm going to trip over, of course, cabling. And I'm going to show you guys what this can actually do. You guys see how long this is, right? So I can actually fold this up. And I can carry it around just like this. So it folds up. It's a really cool little piece. Of course, I got a pillow stuck in it because I have it sitting on my couch. But it folds up, individually switched, individually connected, by itself, guys. Nice large panel, of course. Now the panel is bifacial. So it's going to get the charge rate from both sides of that solar panel. So bifacial charge rate with that solar panel is kind of cool. So you have the bifacial charge rate. It's going to pull the weight of the charge from both sides. The kit comes with that station, the two panels, and the manual transfer switch. Now, $6,000 price tag, $1,000 clippable coupon, plus, guys, that 5% off code of anything over $1,500, which is a great deal. Phenomenal, phenomenal kit. It's going to do amazingly well. And of course, guys, if you guys want batteries, they have batteries as well. Now, I believe the battery goes for about $2,500. So if you need the extra battery, it's there. Now, the battery is going to give you guys another 5,040 watt hours of power per battery. So do the math, up to 30 kilowatts of hour power by itself. Run in parallel with the second 5,000 plus 60 kilowatts of hour power with multiple batteries. So that also doubles, of course, everything. Now, here's what's kind of cool. The batteries and, of course, the station is made with what's called cell-to-body technology, just like the 2000 V2. So you have that honeycomb design that is going to ensure a lighter weight with stronger space and, of course, capability. I kind of like that. Now, what we're also going to show you guys is on the actual product page, we're going to show you guys the manual transfer switch on a product page over here. So this is the manual transfer switch, right? This is actually good up to about 60 kilowatts of hour power at 1,440 watt hours. Now, the manual transfer switch, if you guys look, is the fuse box system that needs to be set up from an electrician, though. So do know that. It's got space for 12 individual electrical circuits, which is kind of cool. And it does have manual switch up there and also works with the app. The app is going to allow you to control all of this from the app. 14,400 watts max through this, so that's kind of cool. Now, real-time monitoring, remote control, $1,700 price tag for this, though. This is a great piece that they have not offered before with these systems. They are offering it now, so if you guys need right there, the manual transfer switch, they got you covered. Now, we just went over that solar panel that we were just showing you guys, right? The 500X. Now, the 500X is a really amazing solar panel. Now, I do have a video for it, but I can't find the video tonight. I'm not sure where I placed the video. We're going to show you guys the actual page. Now, this is a $1,000 solar panel by itself, right? IP68 rated, 25% high bifacial conversion rate efficiency. So 25% efficiency in converting light to power, even in low light settings, which is actually kind of cool. Now with it, you guys can see each one of these panels that we're actually touching, where you guys can see the little piece, is an 85 watt panel that can be used by itself. That's actually cool that they did that. Link them together, of course, you guys can run them that way. Or you guys can lay them flat like this if you really want to. They are, of course, mountable, so you guys can actually mount them. They actually have holes where you guys can use the modular mounting system to permanently mount these like the 100 prime panel. That's actually kind of cool that they did that with this. Now, like I said, bifacial design does have a carrying case. Now, in the carrying case, it's about 39 inches long. Outside the carrying case, it is over 98 inches long. It's a large solar panel. It will fit in the trunk of my car without a problem. So it should be able to be taken pretty much anywhere if you need be. This is kind of cool. It maximizes your solar energy in the time of needs when you need it. So if you guys need the 5,000 plus by itself, they have it for you. If you need the 5,000 plus and solar panel, they got that as well. If you needed it with multiple solar panels and a manual transfer switch, hey, they got you there too. Or maybe you just need that manual transfer switch. Well, they offer that now too. Or just one extra 500 watt solar panels. Hey, they have that just on top of it. So really great options right there for you if you're looking the 500X or 5,000 plus stations. Now we are in, of course, the solar panel section of this show. So we're going to start this with the Mini 40. Now the Mini 40 solar panel is a 23% off. It's $99. This, of course, is of course, a waterproof solar panel, IP68 rating. It is the size of a 3-ring binder or a small notebook. It is 12 inches tall, about 10 inches wide, by a half-inch thick. This can fit in a backpack. Has this beautiful Jackery logo and pressed rings so you guys can tie it down. On the back, has a magnetic clasp. That magnetic clasp is going to allow you to open up the trifold design to be greeted with, of course, the 4 panels on the Mini 40. Now, this is, of course, is going to work on the 100 plus, the 240, the 240 V2, the 300, the 300 plus, or even the 500 power station if you want to. This panel by itself is less than 3 pounds. It's like 2.5 pounds. It's going to do 40 watts of charging rate and, of course, the monocrystalline solar cell. It does come with a 9.5-foot cable that's going to allow you to plug it in and connect it up. If you want to, you guys can use, of course, the adapter orange cable and plug in a USB-C port or a USB-A port to charge your phone or other devices straight through the solar panel without connecting up to a station. Again, $99 today, 23% saving with, of course, the Mini 40 solar panel. Great real deal right there for you guys if you need a solar panel of that style. Now, we also have the original 100 Solar Saga solar panel. Now, the original 100, we actually showed you guys a little bit. This will work with the 100 plus station all the way up to the 1500 Pro. Now, bi-panel does have 2 kickstands that Velcro on, nice large kickstands. ETFE laminated handle. Of course, on the back, it's got this very cool little zip-up pocket that opens up. And inside you're met and greeted with, of course, a 9.5-foot cable that is permanently connected. Now with this, you have the 8020 plug and the 7909 plug as well. Now if you need to, though, grab the USB-C 8020 adapter and use the USB-C adapter on this. Now down below, you guys have that orange plug that's got the USB-C port and the USB-A port as well with this. Now again, ETFE laminated handle, fully waterproof, water resistant, and harsh and wet weather, so you guys can leave it out in the rain. If you want to, pop it open, and you guys are going to be greeted with, of course, this beautiful little panel that you guys are going to start seeing. It's grabbing light right now if you really wanted to. Look at all that light it's grabbing. Imagine that out in the sun and what it's going to do. This is going to do 100 watts of charging at 18 volts for most of your systems from the 100 plus all the way up to the 1500 Pro, which is kind of cool. Now, yes, you guys can plug it into the bigger ones if you want. It's not going to give you guys the charge rate that you're expecting on the larger stations. With this, though, it is $299, which is a great price point in a solar panel. If you guys need the 100 watt Solar Saga, is an option for you. With that being said, though, we have another solar panel to show you guys, and this is, of course, a modular solar panel. This is the 100 Prime. Now, the 100 watt Prime panel, that's right, 100 Prime panel, is actually on sale today for $179. It is a 40% savings. Now, this is actually a 25% efficiency in converting light to power in a beautiful package. This is that solar panel. Now, this is, of course, a glass panel. It has an aluminum or a metal handle or metal frame all the way around. On the back side, you're going to be greeted with, of course, a 9.5-foot cable. This 9.5-foot cable has what's called an Anderson clip on it. That means you guys can actually mount multiple panels together and link them up to connect up to your larger systems. It also has this beautiful, let me fix the little gasket, beautiful little adapter. This adapter is going to allow you to connect it up. Of course, if I connect it up properly, it's got, of course, the DC plug to connect in here. Now, the aluminum housing all the way around has mounting holes, so you guys can mount it to the packaging or wherever you want. The cool part about that is it does come with the mounting hardware. So you guys do get the hardware, the screws, the taps, and of course the bracketry to mount this to your RV, your motorhomes, the roofs of your houses, or even your sheds. So this is a fully waterproof, water resistant, of course, solar panel that's going to do very well at $179 if you want a permanently fixed solar panel. The 100 Prime is a beautiful option for you. Hello, how are you doing? Nice for the thank you for the follow. Thanks for popping in, Eric. Thank you for the follow as well. For those of you watching over on the Dragon Blogger side, guys, we have a bunch of discount codes on the Jackery channel. So if you guys pop over on Jackery and give us a follow on the Amazon Jackery page, there's a 5% off discount code, guys. You guys can get 5% off of anything over $1,500 tonight of the Jackery products. There's also a 1000 V2 package deal that we have, guys, for you guys tonight. That's going to give you the 1000 V2 for $349 with the discount code. We also have the 1000 V2 and 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel for $649 with, of course, that discount code. Now, we also have the 2000 V2 for $809 with, of course, the 46% off discount code. So, bunch of great discounts over here on the Jackery channel on the other side. Now, we're going to move on to the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, this is actually, if I pop over here, we actually have a video for this and usage. Now, this is, of course, the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, this panel is actually waterproof, water resistant. It is about a $600 price point normally. It's 31% off tonight, which is going to bring it down to about $479. Now, with this product, it is good for the 1000 V2s, the 2000 V2s, the 2000 Plus, the 2000 Pro, the 3000 Pro, and the 5000 Station. Now, with this is actually going to do 24.3% efficiency in converting light to power. It is an IP68 rating, so fully waterproof, water resistant. It is a trifold design with quad panel. It does have 3 kickstands. Has a 9.5-foot cable. The 9.5-foot cable is a nice long cable, but I always recommend getting an extension cable to get your station out of the elements. It does come with a carrying bag right there, and the carrying bag does hold, of course, the cabling for you. Now, with this, you guys are seeing me connecting it up. It's only going to take you under 30 seconds to get it set up and, of course, connect it up to your station. The moment I connect it up to the 3000 Pro station, it only takes approximately 10 seconds to power on the station, and you're going to see an instant charge rate if your son is actually, yes. 1 second, everybody. So with it, it's actually really cool. So it's kind of cool. This is a really cool little piece, guys. So 200 watt solar panel. It's instantly, once you guys see me turn it on, grab the camera, I'm already getting 153 watt hour of power. So really cool little piece with that. So you're going to get the instant charge rate that you need. Okay, send it to me, no problem. So you're going to get that charge rate that you need with this, of course, and you're going to have everything you need on that. And that's actually really cool with this. So I love that you have that. You're going to have the capability of it, and you're going to get the charge rate that you need from a solar panel like this. So the 200 watt solar panel is a beautiful little solar panel that's going to do amazingly well for you guys. Now, I'm confused and I'm trying to see what we have here. So I know we have more stuff in this. Let's see here. Oh, so we have the 3000 Pro. We have the 1000. Yeah. So send me the banner, Lois. Yeah. So guys, we have some more stuff in the carousel, like the 3000 Pro. We also have the extendable batteries. So if you guys need some extra batteries, we do have the 1000 plus battery in there for the battery pack. We also have the 2000 plus battery pack. Now, some other cool stuff is going to be like the carrying bags. So there are multiple carrying bags for you guys out there. Now, we're going to kind of show you guys product pages of the carrying bags, right? So this is going to be like the small size carrying bag. This is going to be perfect for let's say the 240, 300, and 500 stations. Hey, Mrs. Dragon Blogger. So this is a cool little carrying bag. It is, of course, splash free or splash proof. It is a polyester material. It does have foam lining. Of course, it is going to be capable of carrying pretty much what you need. It is a nice, sturdy, and of course, dual zippered piece. This is actually a cool little product to carry around your stations. So if you guys need to, you can definitely carry these stations around. Now, $44 with this. Okay, yeah, cool. So guys, where it is, there's actually going to be a 1000 V2 BOGO promo starting on 11/21. So starting at midnight tonight, there's going to be a BOGO program. So there's going to be a special deal for you guys. So we're going to show you guys that banner in a minute. So we're showing you guys the actual bag. So let me get, why is the carousel quit? My carousel quit, guys. My carousel quit. All right, we're going to show you guys the next little bag. We're going to talk about a few of these bags because these bags are kind of cool. So that was the small bag. There's also the medium-sized bag, which is right here. This is about a $59 bag. With the medium-sized bag, you're going to be able to use it on the 1000 or the 1000 Pro or even the 1000 Plus system. This is a cool little bag. Again, guys, very capable. Double zippers, has the handles. Is going to allow you to carry around the pieces. Splash proof, which is kind of cool to have that, dust free, and of course the zippered carrying bags and everything. So that's a cool little one. That's a great little price point for that. If you're looking for a bag, you have that option as well for the medium sized. Now we also have the large one, and now I'm going to talk about the large one because there's a couple variations that I want to talk about with the large one. Now, we have the large one that's going to carry the 1500, the 1000 Pro, or the 1000 Station. Now, this is, of course, is a really cool little bag, $159 bag. Now, with this bag, again, very sturdy, very, very beautifully well done. Does have the zippers for you. It is going to have a carrying handle to allow you to carry it around. It is a multi-layer design. So you're going to see the fabric that's like scratch-proof and, of course, everything out there. It's also going to have, of course, the inner layerings and all the protective materials with this. Now, safe for splashes. That means if you spill water on it, it's not going to hurt the bag. Don't have to worry about it, right? See where I'm going, right? It's a cool little thing. Now, what I can talk about is they also offer another bag. There is a bag for the 2000 V2 that they actually have. That bag that they have for the 2000 V2 actually has heating technology, which means you guys can plug it in and actually start using that bag, and you guys can use it in minus 40-degree weather, which is actually kind of cool. So that's actually kind of amazingly well done, of course, with that. Now, I'm going to attempt to, you know what? Let's see if I can do this. So let's see here. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. Let's see. We have that new banner down there for you guys. So that is the exclusive deal that's going to start on the 21st, right? So that banner, that's starting at 11/21. So that banner's, guys, showing you guys the 1000 V2 for just $389, and it also going to give you the 100 plus power station. Remember, that starts at midnight, though, for most people on the 21st. By your luck, we're back here tomorrow with another stream, so that's actually kind of cool. So, yeah, hey, not a problem. Added the banner. Oh, that's actually cool. That's a great, great deal. Now, I can actually tell you guys, though, it is limited to 50 pieces. So, it starts at midnight. You're limited to 50 free 100 plus power stations with that deal. So the 1000 plus station guy, or the 1000 V2. If you guys want, we can actually show you guys the 1000 V2 and the 100 plus piece. So let's pop down here. Let's grab this. Let's drop down to the table. The 1000 V2 is actually in the middle of this table. This is the 1000 V2 right here. So we're going to zoom in on this. We're going to show you guys the 1000 V2. I'm going to attempt to move my carousel to the 1000 V2 so you guys can actually see what we're talking about. If I can get my carousel to work. So there it is. So this is the 1000 V2 right here, guys. So this is the one we're talking about. It's going to be $389 starting at midnight. Now, with that $389 price tag, you're going to get the free 100 plus power station. Now, that's going to be this little mini power station right here. That's 99 watt hours of power, 31,000 milliamps. There are 50 pieces for that deal. So only 50 of these will be included for free. So you do want to be first come to get it. So don't miss out on that. So that is at midnight, guys. So that's actually a really cool little piece. Phil or Mrs. Dragon Blogger, can you guys grab this little wording over here and post it in chat on the other side? It would be much appreciated for me. I would be much appreciated, guys. Now, the 1000 V2 is 1,070 watt hours of power. That is a lot of power in a little station. Now, it does have 3 AC outlets that do, of course, 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 3,000 if need be through those 3 AC outlets. Now, with it, you do have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, the other is a 30 watt port. Now, you also have an 18 watt USB-A port and a flashlight over there. Now, with the 1000 V2, it also has a 1 hour fast charge. So that 1 hour fast charge means you guys are fully charged in 1 hour of time. The device only weighs 24 pounds and it does have a handle. Now, with this though, you guys can run a space heater, Bluetooth speakers, you guys can run movie projectors. You can run so many different products off that 1000 V2. It is phenomenal. Now, what I can tell you is, this is where it's cool. It works with an app. The app is iOS or Android based. The 1000 V2 also accepts the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. So you can use one of their larger solar panels to charge this device. And that's actually kind of cool. If you have 2 of those 200 watt solar panels, fully charged in 2.5 hours is all it's going to take to charge that. Phenomenally well done with that. Now, like I said, you're going to get that, of course, and of this beautiful little mini solar panel station for free. So that starts at midnight, guys. That's just the deal they decided to pop up right now for you guys to start at midnight. So don't sleep on that deal because you don't want to miss the 50 pieces of this. So really cool little thing. Now, to get that deal, guys, remember, put this product in your cart and then purchase it after midnight. It will automatically add this product into it if there is still available. So really cool little thing. Of course, $389 is what that product's going to be at, plus this free product. That's a really amazing deal. So any questions, guys, about that? Now, before I go, I want to show the 5000 one more time, guys. If you have not seen the 5000 station, you need to see this station. Now, I'm going to show you guys the 5000 and solar panel real quick. So that's where we're going to pop over. We're going to move this. We're going to drop the cameras, and we're going to go down to the floor. So this is the 5000. Now, the 5000 is their largest station to date and their newest product. Now, the 5000 by itself is like $3,499, but there's a $500 clippable coupon. What we're showing you guys is the solar panel and the station. Now, 5,040 watt hours of power in this large station. It is 132 pounds. Now, it does have 2 large 3-inch wheels and, of course, 2 casters on the front that do lock. It has 4 AC plugs on the front of this. Those AC plugs are going to do 7,200 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 14,400 if you really need to. Now, on the front also has 2 USB-C ports, 100 watt ports, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts as well. On the side, it has 2 NEMA plugs. Now, those NEMA plugs are going to be the NEMA L14-30 and the NEMA 14-50. Those are 240 volt plugs. Now, I'm going to roll this to the side so you guys can kind of see those plugs. You can see the plugs. That means you guys can plug in your washers and dryers into this device. Because the system is so large, they also allow for the expansion of batteries. So you guys can do all the way up to 30 kilowatts of hour power with this. Now you guys can run it in parallel with the second 5000 plus and of course multiple batteries to do 60 kilowatts of hour power. This station does and can allow for manual transfer switches. It can also allow for an automatic transfer switch, which they created. It can also work with what's called, I believe it is the ATS accessory. So automatic transfer switch or ATS. That's kind of cool. Now, with it, of course, like I said, we're showing you guys with this new solar panel. So I'm going to also swap cameras again. And we're going to move all the way over to that right there. That is their large. Now, I know my chair's in the way. That panel is their 500X. That 500X solar panel is 6 85-watt panels interlinked together. Can be ran separately. So it's a really, really cool piece. Hello, how are you doing? So guys, that is a bunch of very, very amazing stations at great price points and beautiful solar panels. That's their newer one that we just had to show you guys a little more. So any questions about any of the stations that we showed you guys tonight before we go? Please ask if you guys have any questions. Now, I'm going to mention a few things while we're waiting for some questions. First and foremost, I will be back over here tomorrow morning on the Jackery channel side. So if you guys are following from the Dragon Blogger side, make sure to follow the Jackery channel on Amazon. I apologize about the cough. I will be doing a 4-hour show tomorrow morning, guys. So there's going to be a 4-hour show of all of these products. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow morning on the Jackery side only. We'll be doing another show, I believe, tomorrow night as well, and I believe that will be on the Dragon Blogger and Jackery side, so you guys will see that as well. Like always, guys, hit the follow button, because if you don't hit that follow button, you guys won't know that we're here. Also, hit that live notification button to know when we go live. It costs you literally nothing to follow those buttons and follow that live notification thing. It will show you guys when we're live and also with all of these deals. Now, if you're purchasing products tonight, guys, there is a 5% clippable code on anything over $1,500 for those purchases with it of any Jackery product. Now, we also have a couple other clippable other codes for the show tonight. First and foremost is going to be the 1000 V2 by itself with that code for like a $349. You guys can get the 1000 V2 and the 200 watt solar panel for like $649. You guys could also do, I believe it's the 2000 V2 by itself for $809 at a 46% savings. Now, that's actually a really, really phenomenal deals tonight. But that new deal that we just mentioned, guys, the 1000 V2 for $389 plus the free 100 plus starts at midnight tonight on the 21st. So that's when you're going to get that deal to start. Let me see if Lois needs me to add anything else. Let's see. Yeah, I will remove that in a minute, Lois. Not a problem. So very, very cool, guys. Great deals, great price points. If you guys are looking for stuff like that, definitely check it out. You can't go wrong. They're just phenomenal, phenomenal deals. So definitely check that out. You can't miss it at all. I really like that. So really cool little deals, great prices. Of course, with that phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. So with that, guys, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight on this hour and a half to almost 2. I think it was almost 2-hour show, actually, technically. So 2-hour show. I want to thank everybody for being here. I will be back here tomorrow morning at, I believe, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock Eastern. So you guys will see me tomorrow morning for another long... Actually, it's 11 o'clock. Hold on. When's my start time tomorrow? Hold on. Let's make sure I have the start time for tomorrow before I start telling you guys this. Let's make sure I have the right start time. I don't want to misspeak. All right. I will be starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time tomorrow morning. Guys, with that first show, the second show will start at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So that is where we're starting. That's where you guys are going to see us. Hopefully, we'll see you guys there again for those extra long shows. Now, remember, guys, if you purchase a product tonight, the cool part is about those products is you're going to get a best price guarantee. So if you purchase something right now and you see it on sale for cheaper during the Black Friday sales that we are going to start doing, you get a price guarantee. You guys can reach out to customer service and get that corrected, and you guys can get some of your money back. So that's kind of cool. So with that, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the morning show. See you guys then. Have a great evening. What's the lights off? Why did that not